This is the Maono PD200X that I've been using for quite some time right now. I love this microphone. But this is the Maono PD400X. Quite expensive as a matter of fact, almost double the price of the PD200X here. But guess what? Because of the Black Friday Cyber Monday deals, I was able to get this for almost half the price. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, let's go ahead and unbox this right now. So as you can see, it's straight from US, right? I ordered this from Amazon, Black Friday deals. Wow, pretty huge box actually for a microphone. I got their PD200X, it's pretty small, but this one is humongous. XLR USB combo, professional audio innovation. Big picture of the mic there, which is pretty fancy as you can see. Cardioid, polar pattern, USB-C and XLR connectivity, 3-in-1 digital knob, 0 latency, and compatible with PC, Mac, and even cell phone. Wow. A lot of features you can see here. You can pause if you want to check it out. I love the look on the back as well. All metal body. That's amazing. I love the touch mute because on the PD200X, it's button and it's super loud, right? It's quite annoying actually to press. So I definitely appreciate the touch mute only, that you don't need to press a really stiff button. Wow, really good unboxing experience here so far. Maono professional audio innovation. Let's get inside on this one. Ooh, all right. Maono USB XLR podcast dynamic microphone user manual, so you have that covered. Then you have, of course, your XLR cable here. Of course, the USB, the infamous USB of Maono, USB-C to USB A, which is super good. And ooh, what is this? This super heavy. So the base is like a solid steel here. It's super heavy. I don't know what Maono is thinking on producing this. I mean, for function, but it's just so huge that it looks quite dorky already. My light is like almost laser here, if you notice. Blinding light, but bam. That is so thick that it's can barely get out through that. And of course, finally, we have the microphone itself, which is, wow, that is heavy. I did not expect it to be as heavy like this, but that is quite heavy. When you press that, you can go to the volume and the gain, right? Headphone listening, monitoring volume or gain. You have this logo for Maono, yellow M. And then I love the grill. This like super high quality, looking like a podcast. You have the mute there, the touch mute. It looks like the Rode Podcaster microphone, something like that. Underneath, of course, you have the XLR, the USB, and the headphone, and then you have 3 LED lights that lights up green, depending on the EQ settings, right? So those are EQ presets, which is pretty cool. You can activate the EQ even without using the software, or like using your mouse, toggling the software. You can just activate it by pressing the button on the back. Again, the bass is super good. I love the bass. It's very heavy. The problem is, again, it's super short. I wish Maono could have like extended this a little bit. So also when you're like installing it on a boom arm, it will also extend a little bit, but it's super short as you can see. Yeah. So you either need to be super small, just barely, reaching your table, but you cannot be very, very tall in using this on your table. But anyway, I'm gonna put it on the shock mount anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So this is my PD200X, just to really show you the difference, right? You have the logo there. They quite, you would know that they came from like same blood, right? But the PD400X is just substantially professional looking, all metal body as well, and it's quite heavy. Now the PD200X has a pop filter like that, but the PD400X has like a really huge pop filter again, like what I showed you earlier here. Let me just say, look at that. It's just humongous, right? It's laughable. I think this pop filter is kind of like an afterthought. They probably didn't realize of putting something here. I wish they could like create another version of it, like just on the end of it, because it's just really, really nasty looking. If you notice right now, it's just huge. I don't know why it's huge like this. I don't know if they can create like a pop filter in the end only, like on the tip. It would have been, it would look better. My PD200X is just weighing 269 grams, right? 270 grams. So the PD400X is 700 grams. So it's 1 kilo with the stand, if you think about it. Let's proceed to our testing. All right, so as you can see right now, PD200X here, PD400X there, super huge, right? I just put that pop filter just to see the difference. And I'm actually speaking right now on that one. So mic test, mic test, mic test, mic test. You're now listening to the PD400X USB. So as you can see there, that's the one, right? PD400X. And I'm also holding the PD200X here. So let's go ahead and explore their software, right? So as you can see here, you do have the PD400X and PD200X. But let me go ahead and go explore that PD400X for the time being, right? So since we're using that right now, as you can see, you of course have the standard Maono link software, right? Standard and advanced. For the standard, you have this level here, so you can see if you're like clipping already or very very loud. You have the headphone volume if you want to monitor it. Attach a headphone on the back of it. You can also do that. Adjust which one you're gonna listen to, right? Yourself or your sound from your computer. You have deep. So this is deep. I don't know how deep that is, but that is deep. And this is natural. I don't know if there's any difference on this one, but this is the one that says natural. Bright. This is bright. Definitely not deep, but this is bright. And then finally, you also have the legacy, right? Legacy. This is legacy. So let me leave that into the deep. And the one new thing about this PD400X is the distance, right? So it's now offering three kind of distance here: near, mid, and far, right? I believe this is just adding gain actually. If you notice the top right now on the far, on the same volume that I'm speaking, I'm already like almost clipping, right? Reaching yellow and pop, probably even reaching red there. But if I put on near, it's just on green, right? It's just so it's just an additional gain, I believe. So let's go ahead and leave it to mid since I'm talking about mid distance here. Now, if you go to the advanced, you have the same stuff, and then you now have equalizer, right? So we can leave it on flat if you wanted to, put it on high pass filter, put it on presence boost, and put it on both a high pass filter and presence boost. Now the good thing about that is actually that is being displayed on the back of it as well. I don't know if you can see it here, but you have LED actually on the back that corresponds on that one, right? It will show which equalizer you're currently into. So that's pretty neat. Let's leave it to high pass filter and presence boost for the time being. So again, you also have the gain there, and then limiter if you wanted to activate limiter there, or compressor. The big difference from PD100X here, it doesn't have noise suppression or noise canceling here. Not that it matters because OBS already has that, editing software has that, so it's just something that the PD100X has, but this doesn't. So that is the software for PD400X, right, Memo? So let's leave the gain on 100 here, as you can see, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the PD200. They're both connected via USB right now, so we'll leave the gain at 100 as well, as you can see, and then high pass filter and presence boost, and then we'll test them out, right? So right now, if I will swap into my OBS here, so switching over to PD200X in 3, 2, 1. This is the PD200X from Maono. So right now you're listening to this baby PD200X from Maono. This price around roughly 70%, 60% of the price of this. But again, the PD400X is on sale as well due to the Black Friday Cyber Monday deal. So I was able to get this for like 110 bucks only, $110. Originally, I believe the PD400X is retailing on almost 200. PD200X is just around 70, 80 bucks, something like that. So let me go ahead and swap it out. Going back to the PD400X in 3, 2, 1, as you can see it here. Bam, you're now listening to the PD400X USB. Again, this is the PD400X USB. Let me know down in the comments below which one you prefer. I haven't heard this yet. I'm going to play them back on my recording and then review them so I can analyze my judgment on that one and provide you my feedback, right? But right now, let me go ahead and swap again to PD200X via USB in 3, 2, 1. Bam, you're now listening to the PD200X via USB. I purchased my Steam Deck about exactly 1 year ago. I purchased my Steam Deck about exactly 1 year ago. This is PD200X via USB. I purchased my Steam Deck about 1 year ago. I purchased my Steam Deck about 1 year ago. This is PD400X via USB. Now I have removed the pop filter in both of them just to see if there's any difference, and oh boy, the PD200X cannot go without pop filter. It needs that pop filter right there. But yeah, just for testing, you're now listening to the PD400X via USB. I purchased my Steam Deck about exactly 1 year ago. You're now listening to the PD400X via USB. Swapping to PD200X here. I purchased my very first Steam Deck about 1 year ago. You're now listening to the PD200X via USB. All right, last testing that we're going to do is PD400X via the XLR connection. So as you can see, the software is now detecting just the PD200X, this baby right here, because our PD400X is connected via our G1 Neo XLR, and you're actually listening to that right now. So we'll swap back and forth again to the PD200 via USB, and let me know down in the comments below which one you think is better. You're now listening to the PD400X via XLR. I purchased my very first Steam Deck about exactly 1 year ago. I purchased my Steam Deck about exactly 1 year ago. I purchased my Steam Deck about exactly 1 year ago. I purchased my Steam Deck about exactly 1 year ago. You're now listening to the PD200X via USB. You're now listening to the G1 Neo XLR connected to the PD400X. You're now listening to the PD200X via USB. Again, this is connected by XLR right now. You can, of course, connect it via USB, as you probably noticed earlier. But let me know down in the comments below which one you prefer. I'm going to review them right now, listen really carefully, and provide you my honest opinions about them. I'll be right back. All right, Maono PD400X. Let's talk about it. Again, this is not a sponsored video or any way. I purchased this myself from Amazon, as a matter of fact, as you can see in the unboxing, right? Straight, shipped straight from United States of America. But yeah, I was just always watching the sales, the great deals in Black Friday, right? Cyber Monday. And I was able to purchase this for about $110, as a matter of fact, 112, something like that. And I believe this used to sell around 200 bucks, right? So I think it's a really sweet deal, specifically that this is actually the flagship of Maono. I don't think there's like a higher variant of microphone that they offer, and Maono is actually known in creating really good stuff. I have a lot of their I purchased a lot of their microphones already. Again, I've been using G1 Neo right now, which is the one connected to this one. Just
to let you know that it's connected to that one. That's the G1 Neo. But yeah,
Maono produces really high quality product for a really low price, right? Not that super low, but comparing to the competitor, they're pretty inexpensive. The PD200X, if you notice in the comparison, is actually really great already. Really good microphone, right? I've been using that for quite some time. I think probably for a year already, and that is an absolute banger of a microphone. It has, RGB though, so a little bit of gamer, so it's not really, but you can turn it off, right? It's not really a big deal. And it's really cool. It's also both XLR and USB. Now, comparing to this one side by side, I feel that the original, at least the original price of this, the PD400X, is not really worth it, right? If you already have the PD200X, right? So this is not in any means bad. Again, comparing to the PD200X, the PD200X is just really amazing already. So just in case you already have that, or you only have, limited budget in buying microphone, I would recommend in buying the PD200X first, because you will absolutely be happy on that one. You'll have no complaint whatsoever. Maybe a little bit of gain, right? If you're talking into loud environment, or if you really talk far, maybe you would need this, or specifically the PD100X that is actually super loud, as you probably seen on my previous review as well. I'm going to put the link down below if you're interested in that one. I also reviewed that PD100X RGB edition. But this one is a little bit louder than the PD200X, but I feel that the quality is not really that far off PD200X, right? Let me know down in the comments below on your own observation as well. We did a couple of sound tests, so let me know down in the comments below what's your thoughts on this one. Overall thoughts, if it's on sale, like right now on Amazon, around $110, $120, absolutely banger of a deal, right? Really great looks, really heavy, professional looking microphone, professional sounding microphone, and I believe this is absolutely worth it of your purchase. I mean, if you're a content creator who's really like after the sure, right? SMB, or the looks, right, rather than the sound, sure, buy sure, right? But if you're really after the quality, after the sound, Maono, Maono is the one to get. Definitely worth it. That's all for today, guys. Let me know down in the comments below. Again, what's your thoughts? What's your comments? Which one is better and you think? Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet to the channel. As you can see, I unbox and test some, a lot of stuff that I purchased, so it might help you in your purchase decision. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay safe and see you on my next one. Peace.